so much for joining me in today's yoga practice. Let's begin in a comfortable seated position in the center of your mat. You can keep your eyes open or closed. Begin to focus on your breath. Allow the thoughts from today and all of your worries to be set aside for the next little while. Give yourself permission to just be. Permission to focus on your body and on your breath. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. A couple more breaths here. Gently roll your shoulders back, elongate your spine. Keeping your shoulders rolled back, gently drop your chin towards your chest. And take a few deep breaths here. Finding that stretch in the back of your neck and down through your spine. Two more breaths. Slowly and gently roll your head back up. Place your palms down on the mat in front of you and gently roll up onto your knees. If you have any pets or possibly small children on your mat, now will be the time to move them aside. Come here, Harry. Lay down. Bring your palms down underneath your shoulders, keeping your fingers spread wide apart. Make sure that your knees are in line underneath your hips. Take a moment just to refocus back on your breath. On your next inhale, lift your head, lift your tailbone, drop your belly. As you exhale, roll your head and tailbone down, lift your spine. Do a few more of these at your own pace, lifting your head with each inhale and rolling your head down with each exhale. These cats and cows are great movements just to wake up the spine, to allow for some stretches in your shoulders, your back, into your hips. They're also great for just moving your digestive system and all of those organs inside your body. Last exhale here. Gently bring your spine back to its neutral position and pause for a moment, placing the backs of your hands down on your mat, gently bending at the elbows, and squeeze your fingers like you're squeezing a stress ball and then let it go. And do that a few times. Allow your head to just hang. One more good squeeze of the stress ball and release. Place the palms of your hands back on the mat and curl your toes under. Press your palms, press your feet, lift your knees up off the mat, down dog. Notice your shoulders if they're rolling up towards your ears. See if you can gently press your shoulders back. Keep your fingers spread wide apart and press your weight equally into your hands and your feet. You can bend your knees one at a time, loosening up tightness and tension in your calves and your hips. And continue here, deep breaths. See if you can completely fill your lungs and your belly with each inhale. And just let that breath flow out through your mouth. Walk your feet one at a time to the front and forward fold. Exhale. Allow your head and shoulders to just hang. And you may need just a slight bend in the knees so you're not hyperextending. Take a few deep breaths here. Engage the muscles in your legs. With a big inhale, reach your palms all the way up over your head. And exhale, palms down by your sides. This is Tadasana, or mountain pose. And we'll just take a few breaths here. Recenter. Gently roll your shoulders back. Engage the muscles in your legs. And take some nice deep breaths. Two more inhales here. Last one. Inhale as you reach your palms all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Place your palms down on your mat and take your feet back one at a time into plank. And here from plank, we'll transition into our warrior poses. I'll demonstrate two ways of flowing between the poses. For the first version, it's a little easier on the body. You can drop your knees. Take your focus forward, big inhale. Bend at the elbows, exhale. Inhale, press up. And exhale, down dog. And for the more advanced version, shift your body weight forward back into plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. And exhale, down dog. Feel free to use either one of those methods for this next little series of poses. Once again, shift your body weight forward into plank. Feel free to drop your knees if you need to. Engage your core. Big inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, down dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg straight up off the mat. We'll take a couple deep breaths here. One last inhale. Exhale and bring your right leg forward, placing your foot in between your palms. This is high runner's lunge. See that your knee is in the center of your chest. Drop your left heel down at an angle. And on your next inhale, lift your palms for warrior one. And we'll hold this pose for 5 breaths. Bring your right arm down in the front, left arm down in the back, and gaze towards your right fingertips. This is warrior two. We'll also hold this pose for 5 breaths. So begin those deep inhales and exhales. Notice if your shoulders are rolling forward, and see if you can just gently bring your shoulders back, opening your chest. Should be about 5 breaths. So take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, windmill your arms back down to high runner's lunge. Straighten your back leg. We'll take just a couple deep breaths here. Notice your left knee, if it's sagging down towards the mat, see if you can keep your left knee nice and lifted. Press your palms and take your right foot back into plank. Gaze forward, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. And exhale, right foot forward. Walk your palms a few inches forward and begin to shift your weight into that right foot. When you're ready, press up, lifting your left foot up off the mat for standing split. Here in standing split, see that you're pressing your chest down towards your thigh and not rolling your head forward. If you can, see if you can lift your torso, bring your hands together, your hands to your heart for warrior three. One more inhale and exhale, palms back down to the mat. Gently bring your left foot back down into high runner's lunge. Press your palms and take your right foot back in plank. Gently drop your knees. Sit back on your heels. You can spread your knees wide apart. Walk your palms to the top of your mat and we'll rest in child's pose. Notice in child's pose if you're holding tension in your hips or in your shoulders, and see if you can just loosen up those tight places. Allow your body to be heavy and just rest for a few breaths. Gently begin to lift up, pressing your palms and your knees. bring your knees back into the center. Feel free to take a few cats and cows here. And continue those deep inhales and exhales. And after your last exhale, return your spine back to its neutral position. Refocus on your breath. And take a moment just to notice how your mind is doing. If you feel distracted or worried, see if you can bring your thoughts and your worries to a still, calm place where you're just taking some time to breathe and to rest. The worries will still be there. The thoughts will still be there. You can take a break. You don't have to hold those right now. Once again, make sure your fingers are spread wide apart. Curl your toes under and press your feet, lifting your knees up off the mat, back into downward facing dog. Make sure I'm in the center here. Take some nice deep breaths here in this stretch. Once again, you can bend your knees one at a time, loosening up tightness in your legs. Walk your feet one at a time to the front and forward fold. You can relax your wrists. Allow your head to hang heavy. Engage the muscles in the backs of your legs, and with a big inhale, reach your palms all the way up over your head. And exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms and walk your feet one at a time to the back in plank. Once again, feel free to use the modified form of this series here. Gaze forward with a big inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, down dog. On your next inhale, lift your left foot up off the mat. Three-legged dog, and we'll take 5 deep breaths here. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, swing your left foot forward into high runner's lunge on the left side. Once again, making sure that that back knee is lifted up off the mat. Your left knee is in the center of your chest. Take your right heel and drop it at an angle. Use the outer edge of your right foot to press down into the floor. On your next inhale, lift your palms for Warrior One, and we'll take 5 deep breaths here. Take your left palm down in the front, right palm down in the back, and gaze towards your left fingertips. Once again, 5 more breaths. Roll your shoulders back. Really feel that stretch in your legs. If you can deepen that pose. should be at just about 5 breaths. Let's take one more deep inhale. As you exhale, windmill your palms back down and straighten your back leg for high runner's lunge. Plant your palms and take your left foot back in plank. Gaze forward, big inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your left foot. And exhale, high runner's lunge. Walk your palms a few inches forward and begin to shift your weight into that left foot. And when you're ready, press your right foot all the way up for standing split. Here in this pose, see if you can really bring your chest close to your thigh. Use your hands to keep your body nice and stable. Just do the best you can here. And if you're able, see if you can bring your torso up. Bring your hands together and your hands to your heart for warrior 3. Big inhale. And exhale, bring your palms back down and gently drop your right foot all the way down to the mat. Press your palms and take your left foot back in plank. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, down dog. We'll take a few deep breaths here. See if you can really deepen the stretch. Gently drop your knees all the way down. Walk your palms back slowly, one at a time. Sit gently down on your heels. Roll your shoulders back. Two more breaths. Gently release your feet all the way out in front. Give your knees a couple gentle bends up and down. You can incorporate your feet into these movements, pressing your toes, bringing your toes back towards you. And continue in these poses to fill your body with your breath. Slow that movement down and plant your feet flat on your mat, spreading your feet about the distance apart of your mat, and adjust yourself so that you're seated nice and tall. Use your palms beside you just to keep your body nice and stable. And just gently drop your right knee down into the center of your mat for a nice stretch on that outside part of your leg. Continue to keep your spine nice and long. Gently moving your knee back up. Drop your left knee into the center. Continue with those deep inhales and exhales. Feel free to do each side once more. And when you're ready, bringing your feet back to their place, your knees back up, and gently bring your feet into the center, dropping your knees out towards the sides. Adjust again so that you're seated nice and tall. You can put your feet however close or far away from your body that you need to. So the closer you bring your feet in, the deeper stretch you're going to get here. Always adjusting so that your spine can remain nice and long. And when you found that comfortable spot for your body, bring your palms back towards the center in the front. And notice your hips and your knees. If you're holding on to tension, if you feel yourself locking up and trying to stay tight, see if you can just gently release. An option here, if you feel like it's just so uncomfortable to have your knees out towards the sides, is you could find a pillow just to place underneath the legs that'll give your leg just that support and comfort so that it doesn't feel stressed in this position. Pillows are a great prop that you can find in your own home. Again, come back to the center. Feel free to close your eyes and gently begin bending at the waist, walking your palms forward. Walk until you feel a stretch starting to take place in your hips. Feel free to just stop there. You're not trying to do the deepest stretch possible, but just to find a nice comfortable stretch for your body to loosen up tension in your hips. And when you've found that nice spot, then you can allow your shoulders and your head to hang forward. Allow your spine to round. And we'll take a few deep breaths here. Continue just to pay attention to how your body is feeling. If you feel your knees and your hips tensing up, see if you can remind your body to just be heavy and loose. And when you're ready to lift out of this pose, let your head be the last thing that you lift up. So walk your palms one at a time, keeping your head nice and heavy, rolling your spine one vertebrae at a time. Slowly and gently rolling your head all the way back up. Take your time releasing your feet to the bottom of your mat. May need to just gently bend your knees a few more times. And take time here just to listen to your body, how you're feeling. If you have any unresolved areas of tension or tightness, and just use this space to find a pose that your body needs. So that may be another child's pose, a forward fold, maybe some more down dog. Just listen to your body. Take a moment to do whatever pose your body needs. Feel free to pause the video and then come back. And we will continue with our final resting pose, lying flat on our backs for a few deep breaths. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, waking your body back up. Again, pay attention to your breath. Deepen your inhales and exhales. Slowly and gently lift all the way up into a comfortable seated position with your eyes closed. Take your time coming back to your seat. And with your eyes closed, take a big inhale, lift your palms all the way up over your head. Exhale, bring your hands together and your hands to your heart. Inhale, lifting your palms. And exhale, hands to your heart. Let's take one last deep breath, reaching up. And exhale. Thank you so much for watching this video, for attending my virtual yoga class, and I hope that you leave these moments feeling refreshed and relaxed, and a little bit of peace just restored to your body. And every yoga practice ends with the word namaste, which means the spirit in me acknowledges the spirit in you. And every time I just like to acknowledge the spirit of God who created me and each of you.